Quickies, Geek Beat resolutions, and fitness updates. I'm John P. Let's just get to it, okay?
Quickies?
Quickies. This episode of Geek Beat is brought to you by Audible. A few weeks ago, we told you guys about an Indiegogo campaign for a new product called the Quickie, which we backed to the tune of $1,000 in order to get Geek Beat branded quickies for all of our patrons who get the care packages. This isn't the only Geek Beat branded gear we have on the way, but I digress. So, the folks over at Trident Design sent us a sample quickie to share with you all, and after getting it, we actually upped our pledge from $1,000 to $3,500. That's right. We've ordered 1,000 of these bad boys, and they will all be Geek Beat branded. They're going to have Dexter right on the key. So we're still going to include them in our care packages for all the top patrons, but some of you were pinging me when we unbox these things and you were saying, hey, I want to get a quickie and blah, 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 and maybe I can't afford to be a patron at that level. No problems. Guess what? We'll have them available for you. And yes, we'll make them available worldwide. So even our friends down there in Australia can get them.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
So you guys can visit the show notes at geekbeat.tv/838 for a link to the quickie on Indiegogo and get your choice of designs now, or just wait a little while and get a Geek Beat version very soon. Speaking of patrons, may I just take a moment and thank our good friends at Kef for becoming a huge patron of Geek Beat with the top corporate sponsorship level. Now, you're not going to see them on the Patreon site because their accounting system just doesn't allow that, but you will see them getting all the benefits because they're supporting us and they're just sending us the payments directly just because that's the way it had to be done. Also, a huge shout out to Alan Davis for his generous support. You guys can meet him on his website at photographeral.com. That's right, he's a photographer. So photographeral.com, where he's routinely sharing all kinds of great photos. Super huge thanks also go to people whose names I'm probably going to murder in advance, so I'm really sorry. But Alistair De Kretzer, Robin Wade, Brian Ackerman, Eric Zuzonis, Gregory Stilgis, Ken Storms. Did I murder your name, Gregory? Robert Ruin, David Foster, Stu Gisburn, Michael Hare, John Rush, and Britt Thomas, who have all been supporting us to the tune of $100 a month or more for several months. You guys are awesome. And if you're not a patron yet, you can go to geekbeat.tv/patrons and join in. We got lots of great little goodies to send your way at different levels, but even if you can only contribute $1 per month, it really helps a lot. In fact, if everybody who watched the show were to just pledge the equivalent of a cup of coffee each month, we'd be able to add more staff and increase the amount of stuff we're bringing you every month. So, thank you again for all of your support from the bottom of all of our hearts. Now, here's an important question for all of you. And this is one time when we really need to hear from as many of you as possible. So we set up a survey. How do you feel about the resolution that we're putting Geek Beat out in? This thing, this box right here. We currently put it out at a maximum of 720p because we're trying to keep the file sizes small for you guys. Just moving up to 1080p will triple the download sizes for people on like iTunes and other platforms that have to download the whole thing in advance before they watch it. Now, we could even go up to 4K, but we don't really know what might happen.
I've just sucked 1 year of your life away. I really don't know what that would do to you, so let's just start with what we have.
Anyway, check today's show notes at geekbeat.tv/838 or go directly to geekbeat.tv/resolutions and vote for your preference. Speaking of preferences, I don't know about you, but my preferred method of audio entertainment is Audible. Haven't tried it yet? You should head over to audiblepodcast.com/geekbeat and give them a try. They will give you a free audiobook if you do it. Guess what? You don't even have to worry about resolution when you're listening to it. And you can watch a cool movie like The Hobbit or Harry Potter or Hunger Games, but all the special effects in the world won't feed your brain as much detail as you can imagine when listening to a completely unabridged reading of it. So feed your brain with Audible, and at audiblepodcast.com/geekbeat, your first meal's on us. Last thing for today. This week marks the end of our 8th week of training on the fitness program. So if you go back and look at like a 2 months old version of the show, you can probably tell I look like a fat slob compared to now. Dave, don't you dare put that crap on that green screen right there. Anyway, a lot of you have been wanting updates on how it's going, and I've been a little slow about providing some lately, so I want to give you some info now. Back when we started a few months ago, 2 months ago, I weighed in at 162 pounds. 8 weeks later, today, I weighed in at 157.6. So that's a whopping 4.4 pounds of weight loss. Yippee. But the first thing I've learned is that 100% of the people should completely ignore body weight. Seriously, that is the worst number any of us can pay attention to because it is truly irrelevant, and I am the poster child for that now. Now, the amount of fat that I have on my body has been going down, and the amount of muscle has been going up, and the two are kind of crossing, meaning my weight has been remarkably steady for 2 months. It's down a tad, although my fitness level has improved exponentially. So if you have a scale at home, just throw it away and go get you one that'll do body fat measurements and then only look at that number. If you can keep that number going down, you're doing well. Speaking of which, over the last 2 months, using the body fat analysis calipers, where they squeeze my fat everywhere, we've measured a total of 5% body loss for me. In order to do that, we're doing heavy weightlifting 4 days a week, plus light cardio 2 days a week, and I've been on a very, very strict diet. I eat meals about 5 times a day, plus I take vitamins and supplements. I don't cheat. And one thing I want to make very clear is that I have not been taking any shortcuts. There have been no steroids, no testosterone, no kinds of medical stuff, nothing hidden, okay? The only things I've taken are protein powders, vitamins, and one fat burner pill called CLK. We'll put a link to it in the show notes if you want to check it out. It's an expensive non-stimulant pill. It's made of raspberries or something, to be honest. I haven't really looked that close. They just told me to take it, so I did. Anyway, it's been just a lot of hard work and discipline, and we've seen pretty big results in a relatively short time. In addition to the calipers, every week I submit to the tape measure. And since we started, my waist has shrunk by 2 inches. My biceps are 1 inch bigger. My chest is up by 1/2 inch, and my thighs are nearly 1 inch larger. Keep in mind that in places like my chest, I've actually lost a measurable 2.5% of body fat, meaning that first my measurement shrank. My chest would have gone down, but despite the fat loss, the dimensions have increased by putting on lean mass. So I probably actually gained over 1 inch in actual muscle on my chest. Now, Callie and I have been struggling with trying to find a way to actually share all of our results with everyone in a way that's actionable so you can duplicate our results. The challenge is that the program we're going through would literally cost you thousands of dollars per month to duplicate. Just not everybody has access to professional bodybuilder trainers and dietitians. So we do have one idea, but you have to let us know if you're going to be interested in it. We were thinking about talking to Jeff and Todd and getting to help us prepare some sort of training program that includes videos and stuff to actually show people how to do what we're doing on a more generic level. We'd have to charge something for the videos because it'll be a lot of work and there's cost involved. But if they were reasonably priced, the question is, who would be interested in following along? So tweet at Callie Lewis or at John Pose. Let us know if you'd be in if we made the videos. And if you have more questions for us, I'm going to open a discussion on the Geek Beat forums so you can ask anything you want to know. And Callie and I will go in there and we'll do kind of a Reddit style Ask Me Anything day to share as much info as we can. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Now,
I just want to point out that I've lost more body fat than you.
Great. Now I have to go to the gym and actually work out. Don't tell Callie, but I'm not really minding so much anymore. See you guys.